Hi, I'm Halia Friedman-Cassis, and I'm a co-chair of the Northampton Youth Commission. And we are a mayor-appointed city body that's dedicated to representing youth voices and pushing for the agenda of young people in Northampton.
I'm Amelia Durbin. I'm the other co-chair, and I'm also the chair of the budget subcommittee. So as a subcommittee, we push for budgeting that benefits young people, and for many youth, that means education, especially in the wake of today's opportunities and political scene. So we are advocating for the full and adequate funding of public education, both within our city and the state.
Roughly 2/3 of school districts in Massachusetts qualify as minimum aid districts. For Northampton and many others, this is coupled with declining enrollment. As a result, we cannot provide the level of education that our educators and our students deserve. This leads to high strains on our municipality and school district.
The Youth Commission has interviewed people from Northampton and neighboring municipalities that face familiar struggles. This video will highlight the experiences faced by elected officials, students, and more as they navigate the challenges of being in a minimum aid district.
Hi, I'm Lynn Griesmer. I'm president of the Amherst Town Council. I think we need to take a seriously hard look at the formulas that fund our districts. 221 districts in Massachusetts are presently on a hold and not receiving any serious additional funding. Not unlike many towns, Amherst is actually maxed out on our ability to tax. We go to 2.5. We have already had a vote for an override for our new elementary school, and so they're not really in a position to be taxed much more. And yet we value education in Amherst, and it's really a challenge for us to find the right balance between town services, our library, and our schools.
My name is Scarlett Bowman. I'm a sophomore at NHS, and I am one of the co-school committee representatives on the student union. It's really important to advocate for the best education possible, and I really care about my learning and everyone else's learning and the teachers, and I really want everyone to get the best opportunities possible. I think with the class sizes, it makes it a lot harder for them to support and give everyone their individual needs. So I don't think that they have enough resources.
Hi there, my name is Ashley Dunn, and I am the middle school drama teacher at Amherst Regional Middle School. It's very difficult at times. I've been here for 3 years, and each year there's been a lot of ideas introduced on how to address the limited funding, and every time it sort of involves cutting programs that really benefit our most vulnerable students. I often find that colleagues are often worried, myself included, so I should speak for myself, I'm often worried about whether or not I have a job every year because of these budget cuts. They're just so large. So speaking for myself, it's adequate for now. I haven't completed a master's program yet, so I know that when I go to school again, things are going to get more expensive. But when I think about cost of living, I think mostly about our paraeducators and how rent is just increasing and increasing. Cost of living with things like groceries are increasing and increasing, and I, at one point, was making a paraeducator salary, and looking back, I don't know how I could afford rent right now on that pay, honestly.
Hi, I'm Zara Usman. I'm the treasurer of the student union, and I'm a junior at NHS. Yes, I have been involved in many efforts to get more money for our district. I am frequently at public comment. I have led several presentations about the budget to elected bodies, and I would say that experience has been pretty disheartening. You frequently hear that there just isn't more money, there isn't a solution. Personally, I feel like elementary education is affected the most. I think larger class sizes at the elementary level is much more detrimental, but I will say here at the high school, larger class sizes are still detrimental and at every level, and the lack of electives due to budget cuts just make the idea of our education much less well-rounded and kind of incomplete in some aspects.
I'm Giselle Ohm. I'm a senior at Northampton High School. I'm the president of our student union and co-president of the National Honor Society. Yeah, so I'm a senior right now. I'm going through the whole college process, and I've had meetings with my guidance counselor, which have been really helpful. I will say that myself as a student, I'm more prone to go up to my guidance counselor and just ask her a question whenever I feel like it. But for students who might not feel comfortable doing that, I think they're having more challenges with the whole college process.
Hi, my name is Julian Hines. I'm a graduate of Amherst Regional High School. I graduated last year. I think it's very multifaceted. A lot of people would say, okay, I don't work in the schools or I don't have kids in the schools. And I would say that doesn't mean it doesn't affect you. I think that the schools in general, having strong schools means having stronger communities. Definitely not. What's really unfortunate is that oftentimes the first place they look for cuts, special ed, counseling type services, students who may need that extra support to achieve their best in school are not able to access sort of what they're passionate about or able to get the curriculum in a way that's equitable if those services continue to be cut.
Hi, my name is Gwen Agna, and I am the Vice Chair and at-large member of the Northampton School Committee. My vision is that we would get better funding streams. The state has kept us in a holding pattern for Chapter 70, and we haven't had any kind of raise in that for over 10 years. I also think that we need to get more money through an income tax reform in Massachusetts. If we were able to get taxes raised based on people's income, we would have a better chance at funding. I know that it affects the students. I was a principal for many, many years and went through lots of budget cuts. We were decimated in terms of our staffing at the central office level and at the administrative level and also in the schools, that we had to reduce a lot. And sometimes that's why people go to charter schools or private schools. I think that we need to really look at what we're able to provide students in Northampton.
Hi, I'm Gina Louise Shara. I'm the mayor of Northampton, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity. So some of the toughest decisions that I've had to make as mayor around the budget constraints that we've had is involving the city size to make up some of these deficits. I've had to be able to give as much as possible to schools. I've had to cut other services, not give increases that are needed to other departments. So we've had to really scale back a lot of our spending to be able to direct as much as we can to the schools to overcome some of this big sort of cliff that we came up upon. We desperately need more state funding. We are a minimum aid community. Only 17% of our school spending comes from the state. That's one of the lowest percentages in this area. And so that means that the people of Northampton, the taxpayers, have to make up that difference. So every year, required net school spending grows, but our state aid has remained absolutely stagnant for well over 20 years. So that means that every year the people of Northampton have had to make up that difference, and we go far above what the required spending is for schools, but it's just not enough. The state has a moral obligation. It also has a constitutional obligation to fund our schools, and we really need them to step up.
The Student Opportunity Act was an important piece of legislation for districts in more urban areas and has created incredible opportunities for many communities. However, it has left districts like ours completely behind. We hope that this video has highlighted the urgent need for budget relief at the state level.
We are asking for examinations into critical education-related budget issues, including charter school reform, funding for rural and minimum aid districts, regional school transportation reimbursements, special education funding, and the overall acute financial burdens that cities must bear while funding public education.
Additionally, we ask to increase the annual Chapter 70 inflator to help push through the hold harmless buffer experienced by many districts across Massachusetts, including ours.
Public education is crucial for countless students and families across the Commonwealth. It is really challenging to convey the full measure of pain and hardship that we face currently in districts in Western Massachusetts when trying to provide adequate public education services to students and educators. These are systemic challenges that have been faced for decades and will not cease until there is immediate changes in the statewide fiscal budgeting. Thank you so much for your consideration, and we appreciate you watching.